HBO. Let's discuss HBO. So HBO, it stands for Human Behavior in Organizations. So this is a chapter summary of my report. Yan. Okay. So first, chapter 1. An overview of human behavior in organizations. Let's define it. Human behavior refers to the physical action of a person that can be seen or heard with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. While organization behavior, or OB, defines the study of human behavior in organization, of the interaction between individuals and the organization, and of the organization itself. Goals of HBO: to describe, to understand, to predict, to control behavior. Goals of OB: they are three: to explain behavior, to predict behavior, and to control behavior. Let's proceed to chapter 2. Individual differences. Individual differences refer to the variation in how people respond to the same situation based on personal characteristics. Just see the next one is the aptitude and ability. Let's differentiate it. Aptitude defined as the capacity of a person to learn or acquire skills, while the ability refers to an individual's capacity to perform the various tasks in a job. Personality refers to the sum total of ways in which an individual reacts and interacts with others. That's what you called it. Let's proceed to chapter 3. Learning, perception, and attribution. Learning. Learning defined as a relatively permanent change in behavior or knowledge due to experience. Second one is the perception. Perception defines the process by which people select, organize, interpret, retrieve, and respond to the information from their environment. The third is the attribution. The attribution theory is the process by which people ascribe causes to the behavior they perceive. In the attribution, there are three factors that influence: distinctiveness, consensus, and the consistency. Let's proceed to chapter 3. Chapter 4. Values, attitude, and job satisfaction. Values, it refers to the importance of a person attaches to things or ideas that serves as guide to action. Where are the types of values? First is the achievement. Second, helping and concern for others. 3, honesty. And 4, fairness. Next, attitudes. Attitudes are linked with perception, learning, emotions, and motivation. They are main component of attitudes. One, cognitive, when it opinion or belief, person. Affective, emotional or feeling, behavioral is station to behave to person. The third one is job satisfaction. It refers to the positive feeling about one's job resulting from an evaluation of its characteristics. There are factors associated with job satisfaction: salary, work itself, promotion opportunity, quality of supervision, relationship with co-workers, working conditions. The last in this job is security. Next chapter is the motivation. So motivation, it is defined as the process of activating behavior, sustaining it, and directing it toward a particular goal. There are theories that describe motivation. There are two: the content and the process. Content theories focus on analyzing the wants and needs of an individual. There are 4 theories of content theory: hierarchy of needs, ERG, acquired needs, and the two-factor theory. Next is the process theories. Explain how people act and in response to the wants and needs they have. There are three process theories: expectancy, equity, and the goal setting theory. Next chapter, it is chapter 6, communication. It's defined. Communication defined as the transfer of information, including feelings and ideas from one person to another. Where the communication process, there are 6. Communication source, or is what's called sender, the message itself, the channel or a medium, the receiver, the feedback, and the environment. Let's proceed to chapter 7. Work teams and groups. So group defined as 2 or more persons interacting and interdependent it. The group is classified as there are 2 formal groups, which is command and task, and informal groups, and down interest group and friendship group. There are 5 stages of group development: the forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Next definition: while work team. Work team is a formal group comprised of people interacting very closely together with a shared commitment to accomplish agreed upon objectives. Of type of teams: there are problem-solving teams, self-managed work teams, cross-functional teams, and virtual twins. Next chapter is the leadership. Leadership is defined as a process of guiding and directing the behavior of people in the organization in order to achieve certain objectives. There are many leadership, that's what you call for it. When the position power of the leadership is legitimate, reward, or coercive. The next one is the personal power of the leadership, where there are expert power and the referent power. Next up, the performance management and rewards. It refers to the procedures and systems designed to improve employee output and performance, often through the use of economic incentives system. There are many employees when we call the performance management itself. And the second one is the rewards. It's after stopping training, career planning, development, performance appraisal, final requirement is necessary to ensure effective performance. Foundations of organizational structure. And you see the organizational structure, and it refers to the formal pattern of how people and jobs are as a group in an organization. See, follow it. There are basic elements of organization structure: the work specialization, departmentation, pattern of authorities, span control, coordination of activities, conflict and negotiation. Conflict in organization defined as any situation incompatible goals, attitudes, and emotion or behavior lead to a disagreement or opposition between 2 or more parties. It may be constructive or disruptive when conflict in organization. There are levels of conflict, which is called the intrapersonal, between you two, intergroup, the group, intrapersonal, and inter-organizational. There's a level of the wide range. Next one is the negotiation, defined as the process in which 2 or more parties attempt to reach an acceptable agreement in a situation characterized by some level of disagreement. When the negotiation process, preparation and planning, definition of program rules, clarification, justification, bargaining and problem solving, closure and implementation. So this is the end of my chapter summary report. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.